Hi everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So today I am going to show you how I made a Necronomicon from the Evil Dead for my dollhouse. So there's the dollhouse right there. Right now Iron Man and Captain America are protecting him, and I got that little man-eating plant up there. It's not all set up yet. I just put those over there because I need to figure out how to position them. I don't think Captain America and Iron Man are gonna stay there because they're not really horror related, but I am also gonna do a video on how I made this guy too. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. So here is where I'm at so far with my Necronomicon, and I am going to show you how I got to this point. So I'm going to show you, like I said, how I got to this point. And it's a little like not perfectly squared off and stuff. And that's just because it's if you've seen the movies, it's kind of a raggedy old looking book. And I used Model Magic for mine because I did not have human skin to construct the book. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a rectangle. Now I know that this looks kind of big for a dollhouse, but I really want it to kind of stand out. So basically all we do is we can make a rectangle, or if you want to make the book cover and then do a separate part for the pages, you can do that too. But I found that just didn't work out for me. So we're gonna just play with this a little bit just to get it kind of soft. Model Magic is pretty easy to work with for the most part. So I'm just gonna put that there. And I'm just using this because I don't really have anything else to do this with. Now, when I made this first one, I didn't have a guide. I just kind of guesstimated. And probably gonna trim one more time as we work on it. So I'm gonna kind of pat on it a little bit. And I'd like to do this to kind of flatten it out as much as possible. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. And then for the details, I like to use a big sewing needle. So I think this one is good enough for the skin, like the wrinkles in the skin, but I'm going to use this to make the eyes. And honestly, you can really do this however you want. I mean, I tried to make this as close to the original as possible, but and then the nose isn't really like coming out, like isn't really as predominant as the eyes and the mouth. So I'm just kind of, you know, giving it a little, dirtying up a little bit. And then we kind of had that scary, gross, horrific mouth. And then see how I'm losing my shape? So you gotta keep like playing with that to keep your shape. Kind of looks like SpongeBob right now. So plus this further helps distort the features on it. And then I take a slightly smaller needle. I'm going to flatten this out a little bit again. So we take the smaller needle and just kind of just drag it through the Model Magic around the eyes and around the mouth. And you just do that until you have something that looks like this. And then you give it like about 24 hours to dry, and then you can paint it. So also with this one, here I want to show you. I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of did lines for the pages. So I kind of just went in there with my knife and made a line there and there to kind of separate the book cover. And this is just a detail that's probably not even necessary. I just wanted to do it. And then I just went along both sides and the top and bottom and the side, and just did that to make it look like pages. And when I paint it, hopefully those lines will show up. If not, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's just going into my dollhouse. So anyway, I did that, and then I got these little biscuity layers. So, and now we're ready to paint this guy. Okay, so I got me some paints and brushes, and we're gonna start with the eye holes and the mouth, and those are gonna be painted black. You wanna be very careful. And I'll probably do a couple coats of paint. I mean, I guess you don't really have to be that careful. Now we're going to take some brown. I have a lighter shade and a darker shade of brown because I wasn't sure what would look best. And honestly, I'll probably use both to kind of give it some dimension. So now I'm just kind of painting around it. Then we're going to take a needle and put some black in here, kind of like in the areas that are wrinkled and stuff, to kind of, I don't know, bring them out a little bit. Because remember, the book is bound in human skin, and I guess once it dries out, and it looks kind of like a gross brown. That book kind of was almost a little bit of a copper brown, but we'll get there. We'll get where we need to be with this. Then I'll go ahead and paint the spine of the book. And I'm going to paint the back too. I'm not going to glue the book down in the dollhouse. So we'll paint the back too, but not just yet, because we gotta let this dry first. Okay. So that's the first layer of paint. We're going to let that dry and then see what we need to do from there. Okay, so I've painted them, and I added a little bit of red in with the brown just to kind of give it more of a flesh tone. And I'm gonna paint the back too, but I'm gonna wait till I'm done with the front. And I just kind of bloop, 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 just sparsely kind of do that. And then kind of blend it into my brown paint. Then I'm going to take just, oh, that's a little too much, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take a needle. I think I'll use this needle. It's a, I don't know what the size of it is. I could probably even use a smaller needle. And I'm going to drag it through the black paint, and then we're just going to kind of make little lines, like, what is that word? Is it striations or something like that? Just kind of almost highlighting the wrinkles in a sense. And look, see, dab some black into there. The great thing about Model Magic is it, even after it dries, it stays pretty soft. You can poke at it and stuff. That's just going to be the edge of the book. So. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. And then for the pages, I'm thinking I want to just do this, just the tip of the needle. Just a little bit, not like totally highlighting all the pages. Just kind of like that, and it's pretty much done. I'm just going to let it dry and then paint the back of it, and it will be done with this little guy. Okay, so he's all dry and done up, and he'll go in the dollhouse as soon as I finish doing the inside. I have to glue the stairs in, and actually I think that's all I really need to do. And I've got the Exorcist set in there, and I've got this, and I'm also working on a Jason. So that's something. Look at his little machete. So anyway, that's it. That's how I made this little book. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.